So Go High Level just released the ability to provide feedback to the AI chatbot feature that they're going to roll out. So when the chatbot produces a response, you can either give it a thumbs up and a thumbs down. So in this video, I want to just show you how the feature works and basically show you how you can make some simple adjustments. And we're also going to be testing it out to see how it compares to the OpenAI playground, which is basically a direct connection to ChatGPT, because I think this is kind of where the rubber meets the road. You know, which one's better, how well does it work? And I'm really excited to see just kind of how this comes out with Go High Level. So basically this particular prompt, so first things first, right? You need to go into your actual sub account and go on labs and just make sure that you have, I don't think this is actually a labs feature. This is within your agency view. You need to make sure you have conversation AI turned on. And so once you have conversation AI turned on, you'll see this tab here in the back of your sub account. And then basically you have 3 tabs: bot settings, bot trial, and bot training. And so, you know, really the way that this entire system works, whether you use, you know, ChatGPT directly or you're using Go High Level, is it all comes down to prompting. And I guess the simplest way to explain what prompting is the instructions for the bot. Okay, so right here we have conversation flow, and this is basically where you input your own prompt so that the bot behaves the way that you want it to. Now, this particular prompt that I have here would be for a marketing agency like, you know, the one that I own. And this is basically, you know, the job of this particular prompt is to get a lead to book an appointment to learn more about our services. Okay. So, you know, you'll see this part has 3 prompts here. Now, the reason that it's actually separated this way is because if you look at the actual prompt that I have here, you know, this prompt, if you look at the Zapier system that I've set up, let me pause and show you that. So if you're new to the channel, you may not, you know, have seen this, but if you've been on the channel, you'll know what this is. So basically, before Go High Level had the idea of like releasing this or that it was going to be a feature, you know, me and other people started creating our own versions of, you know, a bot, which basically could interact with customers through Go High Level. And the way that it was currently configured is either using, you know, Zapier, Make, Pabbly, other different services that allow you to interface with ChatGPT and send those conversations back to Go High Level. Now, Go High Level is internalizing this feature, and so basically you and all of your sub-account users will now have a native bot inside of the system. But regardless of whether you did it this way, right, or you did it, you know, you're going to do it through Go High Level, you need a great prompt. And so this prompt here, you know, that I have installed originally would fit within one kind of, you know, you could just paste the entire prompt. But with the way that Go High Level has it configured, you kind of have to separate it because it basically goes in order based on what values you input in each of these fields. So it's a little bit different. You kind of have to break it up. But basically what I'm going to do in this video is test, you know, how this bot works in comparison to directly connecting with ChatGPT by giving it, you know, the same prompt on both sides and basically just demonstrating how the feature works. So the prompt for Go High Level's bot is right here, and the same exact prompt is over here just on OpenAI. So when you want to test this feature out, you can, you know, type hello here. And then now the AI bot says, "Hi there, my name is Jackie from New Breed Investor. Are you interested in our 3 off-market deals and 3 months guarantee?" So this is awesome. This is exactly what I wanted to say. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So I'm going to submit this over here. This is the exact same process. It's just with ChatGPT directly. So I'm going to submit this and we should see the same response here. Boom. So I can't directly like thumbs it up in here, but this is good. Okay. So now I'm going to say yes. And the next question it should ask me is, yeah, where are you looking for off-market deals? So this would be a question I would ask a potential client. You know, where are you looking to find these off-market deals? Which, you know, if you're not familiar with real estate, it's just basically properties that people want to sell. And so I'm going to just say Los Angeles, California. And let's see what it says here. So great, we have off-market deals available in Los Angeles, California. What is your monthly budget for generating off-market deals? So I like this. I don't love that just because, you know, with what I particularly do, we run paid ads to find these off-market deals. So it's not like we have them already. It's more like noted, like, cool, now I understand what market that you are looking to target and looking for deals in. So, I mean, this isn't probably the bot's fault. This is more just the prompt. But the only way to really compare the difference here is to see what another, you know, what ChatGPT says directly. So if I submit this here, let's see what it says. So it seems like you're eager to get started, but before we proceed, I need to confirm. Oh, oops, I forgot to say yes. Hold on. So I'm going to say yes. So the same exact response here. So I'll be asking you some qualifying questions about your real estate investing business. So this is a better response in terms of after this yes. This is fine. It's just a little bit less, it's not sticking to the script as much as this one. And so, okay, so I'm going to say yes. And then from here, okay, where are you looking for off-market deals? So now I'm going to, simulate the response here. So what I'm looking for it to say is just like noted, right? Like just, it's not going to say noted, but I just want it to say, okay, cool. Like I got that information. You're looking for properties in Los Angeles, but I don't want it to say, we have off-market deals. Okay. And I'm just sharing this for the sake of, illustrating how these things work. At the end of the day, each one of these are going to respond, with not ideal responses at some points. That's just how it is. It's a bot. So I'm going to submit it. See, so it just said perfect. So I like that. And it's, I like that. Okay. So what I could do is I could actually take this, right? And I could thumbs this down and just basically say perfect and then boom, train it. And then now it can train successfully. Okay. So for my budget, and this is going to be interesting because within the prompt, I have disqualifying criteria. So if, the investor has a budget of less than $5,000 per month for this particular example, then the lead actually would be disqualified by this bot. And I know that because I've tested it. Now I'm curious to see how this handles it. So if I say 2,000, I'm curious to see what it says. I have a feeling it's just going to keep going. Okay, so that's fine. It's confirming. I'm cool with it confirming. And let's see what it says after that. So it just keeps going. So let me show you kind of what this one will say. So if I say 2,000, the exact same response and submit. See, so I'm sorry, our services require a minimum budget. So this is really more a difference between GPT-4 most likely, and this is either GPT 3.5, which, like I said, I'm just here because to show you guys different ways of looking at it and seeing how this stuff works. At the end of the day, what Go High Level is going to be doing is making it very easy to adopt and implement the feature. And so that may hold more value than, maybe a little bit better of a response. So that'll be up to you. I'm just kind of showing you how this stuff works. So you can see the difference in the response here, right? So if we see right here a budget of less than 5,000, that's in the prompt. If I click out of here, I think it'll clear the conversation, which I don't want to do. So I'll show you where it says that in the prompt after, but we'll just keep it going. So great. Now I have one more question. What is your annual company revenue? So this is also a disqualifying question in the prompt. So if the revenue is less than 250K, then they would also be disqualified. So let's say their budget was $10,000, but their revenue was $100,000. It would disqualify them. So I'm curious to see how this handles. So I'm going to just say 100,000, which would be disqualified in both cases. So I think it's just going to keep going. So thank you for providing. Just a reminder. Okay, so there we go. It picked up that. I apologize for any inconvenience based on your annual revenue. You do not meet this requirement. Okay, cool. So yeah, I like this. I'm going to thumbs it up. And now I'm just going to kind of freestyle with it and see what it does. And boom, perfect. Please use this link to book an appointment. So yeah, this is where, in my opinion, based on like observation, this prompt, right, or this bot that everyone will get access to is going to be basically programmed with a base prompt, right? And that base prompt can potentially override the settings that are in, over here. And I don't want to click it just because, let me see if I can duplicate it because I don't want to clear that conversation. But things like that, right? So just to show you here, the qualifying criteria. So just so you guys can see, it's a comparison. So exact same thing right there and exact same thing right there. So it did pick up the, the annual revenue, but it didn't pick up the, monthly budget. Okay. And then, like I said, what happened here is this system prompt that is programmed into the bot can potentially override the content that's here. So this will be what's going to be interesting. And there's pros and cons to both. I mean, that's just how it is. But I'm just kind of, like I said, showing you how to understand how they work. Okay. So yeah, so this one's now saying, okay, please use this link to book an appointment. And then I can just say, okay. And then we'll just kind of, I'm going to show you. So now it said, hi there, how can I assist you today? So that's a little out of context in my, opinion. So what we're going to do is we are going to like go back on this playground. I'm going to change the budget and basically do, 10K per month. And then it should allow me to move to the next step. And then I'm going to do, the annual revenue to qualify, and I'll show you kind of how this one behaves. So if I, say over here, 10K, it should move me on. Yep, that's great. Could you please share your annual company revenue? So I'll say 300K. And then now it's asking me would I like to book an appointment, which is exactly what I have here. So these are those little things. Like I said, if the base prompt of this system potentially overrides your content, it may go for appointments that you wouldn't necessarily say are ready to be booked. So that's kind of a quick little test here, but it's exciting to see this. And I mean, I've been eagerly anticipating them releasing it on full auto because it will be way easier than, like the Zap and these other things. But I do think that directly integrating with GPT, potentially has its own upsides as well. So it's a give and take. This one by far will be easier and plug and play. I've been, like I said, anticipating them releasing it. And so this is the thumbs up, thumbs down feature. And I think it only really, I think you can only really understand how well that works if you contrast it directly with integrating it to GPT. That way you can see, how, this system responds, because you could thumbs up and thumbs down it. But if you don't understand another side of like how you could integrate it and how it would respond based on that, it kind of you only have one point of reference. So that is just a quick little update. Like I said, turn on conversation AI in your agency settings, if you don't have it on already, and then you can test this out. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.